Vieira does well to stand firm and defend it. Messi, delicate ball and it needs to be... It's Ibrahimović! No mistake!
The highest rated card on eFootball, Zlatan Ibrahimović. Now, is this card actually worth all the hype? Is this the best centre forward in the game? And what exactly does the willpower skill even do? Well, join me in an attempt to unravel all these challenging questions. This is the official review of Zlatan Ibrahimović, and by the end you'd be able to decide if the juice is actually worth the squeeze. So first, we're going to look at his player progression, stats and skills, and then we're going to jump into some gameplay to decide if what's on paper is equivalent to his performance. Now, this is exactly how I've trained him. If you have the card and you're looking for the best training, I can recommend using mine. Alright, let's take a look at the stats. He's a fox in the box. Personally, before purchasing this card, I was hoping he would be an advanced striker, that is a goal poacher, but no, he's a fox in the box. Now, this is where it gets a little dicey. When you look at the stats, it has stats that is basically equivalent to what you would assume is the average decent striker in the game. I mean, for a card that is rated 110, you would expect a lot of things to be above 100, but on paper it's looking average at best. This could be the reason why a lot of people swear he's mid, but let's not be too quick to judge. I gave him the striker instinct booster, and Konami has proceeded to give him the phenomenal finishing and a new skill called willpower. According to the explanation, it improves player shooting ability up to 8 times. Now, a lot of people think that means the shot power will be increased by 8, but that's a misconception and we're going to address it later. For now, let's just check out some gameplays. So the first thing I want to mention is his movement on and off the ball. This is the first time I'm using a fox in the box, so I'm not sure if this corresponds with every other fox in the box in the game. But what I've noticed is that Zlatan's playstyle is basically a mixture of a deep line forward and a goal poacher. It's almost like he has a sixth sense. He knows exactly when to drop back to create space for the other players to exploit, and also when to run into space to bag goals. It's kind of like a right place, right time kind of player, and honestly, I don't hate it. These are just a couple of clips of him playing as a deep line forward. What I've noticed is that he usually plays this way on the build-up, where the opponent still has a very good defensive shape, and those late runs from deep are usually unmarked. Perhaps I'm fascinated by this because I've never used the fox in the box before, or perhaps this is just how Ibrahimović plays. Whatever the conclusion is, I'll leave you to decide that. But in my humble opinion, I don't think we have an answer for Ibrahimović yet in the game. Now, when it comes to the counter, he moves like a proper goal poacher. Like I said earlier, he has that right place, right time kind of mentality. You can almost compare him to the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, with his ability to always be there for the tap-ins. Which, let's face it, that's the reason most people play 2 centre forwards up front and 2 goal poachers. But honestly, when you have a card that can play both as a deep line forward and a goal poacher, I don't really think you can ask for much more. The only drawback I have with this card is his pace. If he has anywhere between 95 to 100 speed and acceleration, he'd even be more terrifying than he already is. But honestly, what he lacks in rapidity, he makes up for in finishing. With phenomenal finishing, it feels like almost every shot is a goal. Now, let's talk about the most important aspect of this review, the willpower skill. From the explanation, it improves a player's shooting ability up to a maximum of 8 times. This doesn't mean it increases the shot power by 8 times. What it means is whatever skill or shooting ability that player has, it makes it so much better. For example, he has phenomenal finishing. His finishing from difficult angles becomes so much more accurate because of the willpower skill. He also has the long range curler. Now, what happens when you take a long range curl shot from way outside the box? It almost feels like a blitz curl shot, even though it doesn't have the blitz curler skill. And as expected, the same thing goes for one-time shots. Basically, what we have here is a special skill that enhances other special skill. In a nutshell, to make the most out of the willpower skill and to get the best from Zlatan Ibrahimović, it will be in your best interest to give him 2 of the most overpowered shooting skills since the days of PES. That's rising shots and dipping shots. It was already terrifying enough when we thought all this willpower skill does was increasing the shot power. But now it's much more frightening, understanding that it heightens every other shooting ability. And trust me, he has a handful of shooting skills. And yes, it also does increase the shot power. Before we give our final verdict and rate this card, there is one more thing we have to touch on, and that is his aerial ability. Now peep this. Imagine the card as not a bullet header, having the exact same heading proficiency as one of the best bullet header in the game, Cristiano Ronaldo. And not just that, he's also taller than most of the strikers and some of the centre backs in the game. So if you think about it, it was actually a calculated decision by Konami not to make him too swift. If he was as fast as Eto'o or Mbappe, he would just be completely unstoppable. Now don't get me wrong, he's not slow by any means necessary. He has 90 speed and 93 acceleration, which is still faster than most centre backs on eFootball. Alright, let's officially give our verdict and rate this card. For the 110 rating, I'm giving it a 5.5 over 10. I expect a card rated 110 to have a lot of 90 plus stats. This feels more like a 106, 107 rated card. For the playstyle, I think Konami has done a phenomenal job of making him a fox in the box. The mixture of a deep line forward and a goal poacher makes him so much harder to mark. And for that, I give it a 9 over 10. And lastly, for the special skills, the phenomenal finishing and willpower, I'm giving it a 10 over 10. The combination of those two skills makes him just too potent. Overall, I'd rate this card an 8.5 over 10. I think if he had a bit more pace and a little bit of extra dribbling, he'd definitely be worthy of the 110 rating that he has been given. Now, finally, is this the best centre forward on the game right now? The short answer is yes. The long answer is it depends on your playstyle. And also, we all know this card is not going to play this good forever, so might as well enjoy him before he catches a big nerf from Konami. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the review. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Peace.